are going to have full contact with other dimensions by 2027.
You're not the first person who's told me that. There's other people that I know and trust that have has expressed that same sentiment to me. And as someone who is just kind of on the outside looking in at all this, that is utterly fascinating to me when I hear people say that. I'm like,
Mm.
what does that look like? What is that? How is that going to be? And then it's so often that we have so many questions about what's the nuts and bolts of this gonna be, and then before long, when the transition happens, it's just like that's the new normal. So, I'm just I'm always fascinated when people say these things that sound so fantastic, and then a few years later becomes the new normal.
Yeah.
It's like we heard people say that there could be a global-wide virus, a global pandemic. People were talking about that in around 2013, 2014, and then people were like, "Nah, that would never happen." But then it happened, and it was so wild and so crazy that it became the new normal. It
Yeah.
is interesting when I hear things like that. I
And
love hearing that.
speaking of the new normal, that's a good term for how when the fourth dimension finally works out all of that duality and all of that dark and light and starts to come forth with the new paradigm, then what happens is that paradigm becomes 3D, which is our dimension.
Interesting.
So much of our work right now is emotional with the fourth dimension, and that's why it's so hard. I don't think this is about great big cataclysms in the past. I think this is an emotional cataclysm. And I'll just ask you one question. Don't you think emotions are harder than just being in 3D?
Oh, yeah. It's one of the reasons why humans are so messy, right? It's because of our
Right.
emotions. It's
Yeah.
difficult for us to navigate that.
Yeah, that's right.
We have plenty of people on the planet that have a high IQ. It's the EQ that people struggle with, that emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
And when you can combine two things together, you can get control of your emotions and have a high IQ. That's when we see people that do amazing things.